Hi guys, so I wanted to check in with you guys and give you guys a little bit of an update finance wise. I am here sat at my desk in my bedroom getting ready to go over my July 2022 budget, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me, obviously. So I know we had a couple setbacks, my husband and I, last month. We together, we spent close to $1,000, I want to say, last month on Amazon. So I'm hoping, as I'm calculating my numbers and things like that, that we're nowhere near it. I'm really hoping we're not. We'll see. I'll see what happens. I'm sorry, right now I'm having a little bit of heartburn, so it's not the best. If you've never had it, you're so lucky. I just started getting heartburn probably within the last year, and it's nothing like, oh, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. So yeah, bear with me on that. But yeah, I'm gonna be, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my planner here. If anyone's wondering, I use the Erin Condren, yeah, Erin Condren planner. Not really sure. It says what kind this is. Life planner, horizontal layout. But yeah, I love this one. First of all, it's vegan leather. It's got my initials in it down here, so I really like that. Really nice spiral bound, so it's really cute, really classic, simple. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. But I wanted to touch base with you guys on some things that are going to be different in July's budget. So we have a family vacation coming up, so that's where a lot of our extra spending has been going and things like that. I actually was able to pay off some credit cards. So typically I have quite a few credit card payments that are in here, whereas this month, just by being more intent with what I was doing and what I was spending my money on, I was able to go in and spend more money or allocate more money to more important things. So that was my debt, and I was able to pay off two of my Capital One cards. I was able to pay off my Apple card. I want to say my Apple card was like $1,500, and my Capital One card, I think it was like $1,200 or $1,300. So really good movement on those. I actually have two Capital One cards, so both of those are paid off. I only have one card, I believe, that's not paid off. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, but I didn't pay it off, and I don't see it being paid off this month. But the balance was like $300. I could have easily paid it off without any issues at all whatsoever, but for some reason I chose not to. I don't know. I'm not going to kill myself over it. I'm going to give myself grace and pay it off next month when we get back. Things are more than likely going to be changing in my July budget. Maybe in my July budget, but for sure in my August budget. So I'm assuming I'm either going to be transitioning into a new position or a new job in July or August, hopefully August. It would just make more sense, or having no income in August. So one of the two is going to be happening. We just got to see which one it is, see what it is, things like that, see what works out. Career wise, we're definitely going to take a hit finance wise. So I've got to be more mindful of that. So with that being said, I am putting a couple things on hold. So as you all know, I contribute outside of my employer matched 401k. I contribute to my personal Roth. My kids, two older kids, have personal Roths. They do household chores and things like that, so they technically are earning their income, so they definitely have that. My youngest has a custodial account, excuse me, and my nephew, I also have a custodial account for him as well. So with that being said, I am putting a pause on all of my extra investment accounts right now until I can find out what's going on finance-wise, work-wise, career-wise, things like that. I don't want to overextend for no reason and kill myself, or at least drain my bank account. So that's not going to be on my July budget. So that's, you know, a good $800 that I'm saving from. We also had Busch Gardens passes. I think I had told you guys that before. We had Busch Gardens passes for, or monthly passes for Busch Gardens, Adventure Island, SeaWorld, and Aquatica. We no longer have those. We made our last payment, and the moment that payment posted, I called and canceled. So we no longer have that. So that's I think it was like $130. So that's $130 back in the bank for us. So we're already averaging about $1,000 worth of a savings from that as well. That's really about the only thing that has changed. Obviously, in July, I've got a couple things coming up with school. With my new semester starting in August, I've got to get ready. I've already paid for my classes, but I need to pay for my books. My husband and I, we don't qualify for any kind of assistance. I do try to go in and apply for scholarships and things like that. But it's just a matter of if there's a scholarship out there that's a good fit for me, if I'm someone that they chose. I actually did get chose for a scholarship for this upcoming semester for like $1,000. So that's really helpful. That'll cover my books and things like that, or at least some of my books. But yeah, so that's gonna help. And that's really about it. Like I said, I'm really hoping that I did not go over with my Amazon purchases. I really don't think I did. I truly don't think I did. But there's only one way to find out, and you guys will be there to find out with me. We'll do all the adding and everything like that together so you guys can see it. I'm super nervous about that. But yeah, I think June was a really successful month. We also were able to set aside, I want to say $2,000 for our vacation in August, which is really nice. Anyone that doesn't know, we're going to DC for a week. It's going to be myself, my household, my mother, my aunt, some of my cousins, grandmother. So there's quite a few of us. So that'll be really a lot of fun. We typically do a family vacation once a year. So this is the time for that one. Yeah, so let's climb into this bad boy and see what trouble or damage I've done. Hey guys, so let's get into our 2022 July plan with me. So like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a different type of plan with me. I have a little bit less bills than what I'm used to. So my planner is not going to be as big and jumbled as it typically would, which is fine with me. I'm trying to clean up and declutter a lot of my things anyways. So this works. This works for me. I like it. Yeah, ignore my fingernails. They're ratchet. I have not gotten them done in forever. And I need to, oh, I broke a fingernail. That's nice. So I need to get that done here soon. I'm not going to go to a salon. Like I told you guys before, I'm trying to save money and to conserve my finances and the stress of my husband. Women, you know. So yeah, let's climb on in. I am going to probably walk you guys through. I could do a speed up of a voiceover, but for this being a new video for me, I'm not going to do it that way this time. So let's just dive on in. So the first is when my rent is due, as well as my Apple Music. So I'll make sure I get that in. I like to go through and see what days I have stuff due and things like that. So that way I can go in and plan accordingly for how many spaces I need, how many things like that. So I like to do my spaces like you see now first, and then I will go in and update those as needed. So let's do this. So the 13th is my husband's truck payment. Make sure we get that in there. So like I told you guys also, we typically have quite a few on the 15th. And it's really weird to look at this and see that I'm only drawing one line. But with us pausing some of our investments right now, I only have one thing, and that's actually a Fidelity loan that I had taken out a while back. So I think it's like $20 or something like that with a previous 401k with a previous employer. So that's something that's in there, and I will continue to make that. And it's a 0 interest, so I'm not in any form or any rush at all to pay that off. So I just let it automatically draft from our checking account, and that works for us. And I know a lot of you are probably going to ask, why would you pause your retirement? You're missing out on the market, you're missing out on time, and that's true. Typically, I would 100% agree. However, when it comes to not being able to afford my 4 walls, that's not an option. So if it's something where I'm going to be struggling to have food or to pay my rent or mortgage or keep my lights on for my children, that's just not an option I'm willing to take. You do you, boo, with however you choose to invest. But for me right now, with a job transition, that's not happening here. That, I definitely understand that I can go through and miss stuff in the market, and I won't be able to recoup the money I could have made. But for me and my house and my family, this is just what works best for us as a team right now. And that's something that you need to think about. You listen to a lot of these people, and they tell you the best way for you to get out of debt. Oh, I hate writing on this coil. That's the only thing that makes my handwriting look horrible. But yeah, a lot of people will sit there and they'll say the best way to get out of debt is to beans and rice it up and things like that. That's not something I'm willing to do. I'm willing to switch and stretch and change my budget around so that I'm able to fit a healthy lifestyle in for not only myself, but for my family as well. But again, that's your choice. You do what you have to do. I mean, there's so many things, so many options. It's your budget. Fix it, figure it out, play with it. I've told you guys this multiple times. Your first budget is never going to work. It's never. And your second and your third, possibly your fourth. It's just not going to stick. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to budget yourself. And it's hard. It truly is hard. It's funny. As I'm sitting here and I'm doing this, I kept wanting on the 10th and the 31st to write in bills. So the Capital One normally would come out on the 10th. And as you can see here, my Apple Card normally comes out on the last day of the month. And so it's not there anymore. So that's cool. That's different. That's interesting. That's fun. But this is truly what this month looks like for me. Super duper simple. Nothing is truly happening here. So I've actually prepaid my phone bill and my car payment for the month. So typically what I do when I pay my bill, I do one check. When I go in and I reconcile my bank accounts, if and when this is fully posted, I go in and I do a second check. So that way I know. It's just a checks and balances for me. It just works the best for my household. I dropped off my rent check. That's the only thing that sucks about paying rent right now, is they don't have an online thing or an automatic draft, direct deposit, or ACH or anything like that. So I have to actually physically drop off a check, which sometimes I forget about, but yeah, I've already dropped that off. So I am in advance on majority of my bills right now, which is super nice. So yeah, let's see. I like to also, excuse me guys, I still have the heartburn going on over here and I still have the hiccups, so bear with me. So I like to go in, my husband and I are paid on the same Fridays, so I like to go in and mark that up. We used to be opposite weeks, which was always nice because, as you can see, for some people in July there's going to be a 3-week pay cycle here for somebody. So lucky you if that's you. Hey, more power to you. But yeah, so that's that. Now is typically when I would go through and check my calendar. I like to fill in anything that I might have here that would be bills, or not bills, but miscellaneous things. So if I have anything that needs to go in there, say appointments, things like that, I would definitely write that in now. So as I have my calendar pulled up on my laptop, it looks as though I have missed, I would say, I guess I have missed a couple of things that I need to put on here. One of which is super duper important, which I should have known, should have been on here, is daycare. So I always pay daycare. We get paid here on the 8th, and I prepay for the week 2 weeks in advance. So when I'm paying here on the 8th, I'm actually paying for the week of the 10th to the 16th and the week of the 17th to the 23rd. It's just something that me and my husband find easier for ourselves. So yeah, let me just put it up here just because I like to see it everywhere when I've paid it. Even though this has already been paid, I'll do my little double check marks. But yeah, let's go ahead and put daycare on here. We pay for our daycare for our daughter, our youngest. She's 4. We pay $155 a week for her, which I don't think is bad. She's at a private at-home daycare, so it works out really good. Like I said, she goes to daycare with my cousin, my first cousin, his daughter. So they have friends and things like that. So that's really nice. It keeps them together, and they get to have fun that way. So it's not too bad. So I pay that $300 basically every 2 weeks, and that keeps us on track. So also in here, now I have to check this out just to be sure. This might not actually be a bill. I think we've paid for this for the whole year. If not, I'll double check. If so, I will cross it off and he will leave my screen for good, at least for a little while. So I have a loan with One Main. It's pretty high interest rate. That's my next thing to pay off, which I am slowly working on it and getting it paid down. But that is now on the 20th. It used to be on the 4th, it used to be on the 5th, but we got it changed, so now it's on the 20th. So I also have on the 7th, my oldest she has a dentist appointment. So I want to make sure I write that in there so I don't forget. It's a Thursday, which works out perfect because my husband can take her on Thursday. Yay. So on the 30th of this month, I wonder how many of you are going to be pissed that those two lines are off balance. I know if I was watching this, I would be completely angry. Oh, that would be the worst. But yeah, every 2 weeks on Thursday, I have a weekly roundup call. I do it with a CFP professional that I have found through YouTube actually. And he is absolutely super duper wonderful. He's a CFP and he teaches new and upcoming CFPs about leadership and things like that. So his name is Dominique Henderson. If you guys have ever seen him or heard of him or anything like that, you should definitely take a chance and listen to some of the stuff he talks about. You know, personal finance, he talks about portfolio management, securities, different things like that. So if you ever have a chance, you should definitely check him out. I'm reaching for my book. He actually just came out with this book maybe a month or so ago. Really good read. But yeah, this is his book. It's really cool. You can get it on Amazon or on his website. So I have a weekly roundup. So we actually call this the Jumpstart Community. I pay for this, interesting enough. But to me, it's worth it. I think it's like $10 I pay a month. And I like it. I like the community. I like the people that are in it. I like to be able to be around like-minded people. I think I've told you guys that before. And excuse me, I know 100% this handwriting is not it. It is totally for the birds, but it is happening. It is going there. Let me put my daughter's dentist appointment in here. I believe that's at 3:40. Yeah, my daughter, she has braces, so we have a lot of ortho appointments pretty often. So that's always fun. I'm just double checking right now that everything is in here the way that it should be. So just going through, I actually have an appointment here to get my hair trimmed. I have my hairstylist that I go to, and he's absolutely wonderful. I love him. I'm so grateful for him. He sees my vision and what I want, and he always pulls through. He always gives me exactly what I want when it comes to my hair appointments and things like that. Interesting enough, this is my birthday. I wonder, yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's put it on there. I normally don't celebrate my own birthday. I don't normally put it in or anything like that. But why not? You know what I mean? Why not? You only live once. Oh, and just an FYI, this is a mild liner. It's Zebra brand. I love it. I love it, and I love the fact that this is gray. That's really my jam. That's really my thing. So yeah, Amber birthday. Killing it. I am, geez, wow. I'm turning 35. I'm almost certain I'm turning 35. Every year I always call my mom and I double check and I ask her, hey, am I 34 or 35? But yeah, 35. Interesting. That is, time flies when you're having fun, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, that is what the planner is looking like right now. Something I want to make sure that I have in here, and I will write it in red, is this is a vacation. So I want to make sure I have that on my calendar. Hey, look, I can use the little line. So we got that in there, that vacation day. Let's do a little smiley face. Do you guys remember when you were younger and you'd do these? Good times. Had no bills back then when I used to do that. But yeah, so this is my plan with me. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great day, and come back because the next video I'm going to be doing is an actual budget with me. So I'm going to close out my old budget. That's going to be one video. We're going to go through, see if I went over, what I went over on, if I did not, if I hit budget, if I stayed on track, and things like that. And then we will build my July 2020 budget. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.